Hello fellow snappers, sadly today there will not be an intro. Really sorry about that, I just don't have the time to do one today. Also I was kind of struggling with this character to find an interesting intro, but I hope you still enjoy this video. If you do, please leave a like, also subscribe to the channel if you're not yet. Also follow me on Twitch, I stream there almost every day. And yeah, let's just jump right into the card showcase and deck guide. Omega Red. Ongoing, if you're ahead by 10 power here, plus 4 power on other locations. This card is pretty bad, and the reason is you have to kind of focus on one location while neglecting all the others, and all you're really getting out of it is 4 plus power, which isn't that much if you have to kind of force yourself to play into one location by a lot. And yeah, this card does definitely not see play for a reason. Because of that reason alone, it could sort of work as bait if it forces your opponent to play onto the Omega Red roll, so he wins it, and you can kind of like sort of surprise him by playing other cards on other locations while he's kind of occupied with the Omega Red. But this being a 4-drop, dropping rather late in the game and kind of forcing you to play out this location and winning it by 10 power, it's just a bad card in general. But I did find an interesting build around with this deck, and I'm just gonna get right into the support cards for this. One of the main players in this deck is Iron Man. His ongoing ability is that your total power is doubled at this location. He himself is a 5 with a 0 stat line, but he's going to enable the Omega Red quite nicely because your opponent will not really want to play into the same row as an Iron Man if possible, especially if you also have Onslaught. Onslaught's ongoing ability is that the ongoing abilities of other cards in this location are doubled, and that is pretty powerful with something like Iron Man and the Omega Red. If you have Iron Man, Onslaught, Omega Red, you're pretty much securing that one row, and then it's just about sort of adding some additional points in the early game to the other rows, because you're very unlikely to lose if those 3 cards are on your location with the Omega Red. But with Omega Red, it only gives you 8 extra points on the other locations, so you do have to be careful that you do play other cards on the other locations as well. And those were the main 3 cards for the Omega Red situation. The ideal scenario is Omega Red on 4, Iron Man on 5, Onslaught on 6. Now what you do before that is a bit interesting, or what other alternatives you have is also quite fascinating, because it is going to be an ongoing deck. We're going to be playing a lot of these good ongoing cards such as Ant-Man, Armor, Colossus, Mr. Fantastic, Captain America. Now Colossus is an interesting choice out of these. I think the other ones are pretty self-explanatory, although maybe Captain America could also be need an explanation. Colossus, I used to have Namor in this deck, so I have like a bunch of big boys. But Colossus is just kind of more solid because you can kind of combo him with Omega Red. Also, Mr. Fantastic kind of does the same thing as Omega Red. It is always interesting to play like Fantastic, Omega Red, Iron Man, and Onslaught on one location, because you get, 12 points on the other locations without having a single card there. I do find that quite hilarious. Cosmo also really good just to sort of protect things like Warpath and to protect your stuff from Enchantress, which this deck does not like Enchantress, trust me. This is probably the deck that gets super hard countered by Enchantress, unlike any other deck, I feel like. And yeah, Cosmo kind of helps you against that if you sort of realize your opponent might play something like Enchantress. Warpath also very interesting since you're not really focusing on more than 2 locations with this deck. With also Claw. In addition to that, it does feel like Warpath and Claw seem like a very good combo with each other. And the last sort of card that I didn't really highlight is Spectrum. Spectrum just gives you an AoE effect to sort of boost everything that has ongoing, which is pretty much your entire deck. So you're gonna get yourself a lot of points with the Spectrum, not only on one location, but on all the locations that you played your cards at. And yeah, that's the deck. It's a very uncompetitive deck. I wouldn't recommend trying to get to infinite with it, because it's not that fantastic, because Omega Red is just a bit of a bad card, and if you're trying to build your entire deck around him or trying to make him sort of the highlight card of the deck, it's not going to really work out for you 100% of the time. But when he does work, it is actually quite funny because the opponents kind of never see it coming, and yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave it, and I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay section of this video, and I'll see you guys soon. That's fine. It's a little dark. Sorry. Sorry, Mr. Opponent. This is actually kind of a cool. This is very cool. We like that. We do like that a lot. Let's do this. I think this is the best play. Dracula. He's got one more card in hand. He's used a lot of energy there, actually. Okay, armor. I don't think this is an onslaught game. I'm gonna have to play her here if I'm gonna play her anywhere. Well, he skipped, so he's gonna get some value off of the good old Sunspot. Let's play Cap Mac. Maybe I should have played Claw. Jesus Christ, the guy's just keeping up with one freaking card here. That is a bit ridiculous, I must say. Don't you dare tell me you're gonna skip this turn as well and just win with Sunspot on one location. It's a bit ridiculous. I don't think he drew the Modok. Otherwise, he would obviously just play Modok here. I need to actually. This is way too deep. Okay, well he's got a lot of Swarm. Oh, oops. Alright, boom baby. Let's go. Let's do him. Let's do him. This is it. This is what the deck does. Gets the Omega Red value with Iron Man and Onslaught. So we can have 8 extra points on each location here. Swarm. It's kind of cute. It's kind of cute. Boom, baby. What? How is this? How is Sunspot 14 points? Bro, Sunspot is... Bro, Sunspot's insane, bro. Bro, Sunspot's been insane, dude. I feel like this game has surprisingly shit code, like shit spaghetti code. Oh, this would have been so nice. Go Ant-Man here, might as well. I mean, the effect is so much, right? It's a big effect. There's not much you can like. Okay, Nebula, very annoying. Strange Academy, acceptable. Broken 1-drops, huh? That's why Killmonger exists. That's why Killmonger exists, huh? Did I just replace Ant-Man with Killmogus? So that... I mean, Warpath could be alright here. It could be a Professor X deck. Professor X deck we kind of just beat, honestly. And I think he wants to Professor X on Strange Academy, which I will just go and completely counter. Okay, I will actually Omega Red on Monster Metropolis. Okay. I will not Omega Red on Monster Metropolis. I mean, this is pretty good for me. Not gonna lie, this is pretty good for me. I think I just Omega Red here. Am I don't think, no, I actually Omega Red. I have like the nuts Omega Red curve here. I generally have the best curve for Omega Red here. I think did he snap? I think he snapped, yeah. Sure. Rocket Raccoon. Into the moon, where I'm going. Let's go Iron Man here, might as well. If he goes Strange, if he goes Professor X, he's gonna lose. Let me tell you that. He's gonna lose pretty hard. He's gonna lose pretty hard if you Professor X the middle. And I know you want to Professor X the middle. You can't Professor X the left, sadly. Okay, interesting.
Iron Man.
Actually contesting. That literally is perfect for me. I don't know why you did that. That works out pretty well for me, honestly. Could also just be Claw. Nah. He just needs to get 8 points on Strange Academy. If he can get 8 points on Strange Academy... Oh, really? Oh. Now I see what's going on here. Now I finally see his true intentions. Oh well, we never stood a chance. That's good to know. Like, Polaris is just a nuts card. Enchantress is a nuts card. Nebula is a nuts card. Then you just play like you play the 1 and 2 drop Guardians. It's not really no, like, you don't... It's well built, obviously, but realistically, it's just a good card deck. Like, it's got all the techs. As long as you got techs, you're good. You are just good if you got techs. Alright, Mr. Fantastic. See you later, Warpath. Alright, Mr. Fantastic. Do something fantastic. Okay, opponent just doesn't play anything. I feel like it's an hella deck if he doesn't do anything for like the first few turns. That's pretty good. I would like Onslaught in that case. Then we get like a lot of points on every... We get like 10 points on every other location. Rocket Raccoon. Jubilee, yeah, it's a hella deck. It is a hella deck. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, go Iron Man here. Double these points. Actually, more than double these points.
I am Iron Man.
Dracula. Alright. I have initiative. Where is he playing Hello? That's where he's playing Hello. That's not where he played Hello. Wait, out. Sure. Sure did. I mean, okay. It's Mr. Hobble. Oh wait, I have to change a lot of this stuff on this channel. It's just I'm too lazy, guys. Do you guys understand me? I'm just too lazy. Hope you understand that. Okay, Mr. Fantastic, pretty good here. Alright, well then that makes Mr. Fantastic even better then. Go, because of Icebox. Pretend like I'm in trouble here with that one. Oh no, not the Mr. Sinisters. Oh, could be like a weird Patriot deck then. Interesting enough. It's also good for Patriot. Sure. You gotta watch out for like card hand size, right? As well. You might not be able to draw your cards then. How does Goblin and Hobgoblin work with Luke's Spar? Does it go back to your opponent's hand? I do wonder. Okay, sure. It's a bit spooky because, you know, this is probably Patriot. Yeah, this is definitely Patriot now. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. I think we just go Ant-Man, Captain America next turn. Where is Patriot? Brood. Why would you... Gotta be Captain into this dude. Make it sort of like a bait play. I mean, Onslaught's good points here as well. It's a weird line that he's taken. He has to fight for Icebox. I'm taking the fight to him.
Avengers!
Okay. That's a bit spooky. Alright, boom baby. That's a lot of points. 7 plus 6. No, plus 3. Alright, we should be... I mean... It's all about Shadowland actually at this point. We could have just gone Claw. Which is kind of funny. But let's see what he does here. He could have like a Mystique into something. He can't really play into Luke's Spar. It's literally all about Icebox. He needs to get the points on Icebox. If he assumes I have like an Iron Man. Alright. Boom. Alright. Alright. Yes. Oh my god, by 1 frickin' point. By 1 frickin' point, huh? You bloody bastard. By 1 point, you got me. You got me by one silly little point there. Which Ant-Man are you a fan of? Are you a fan of Big Ant-Man? Wait, come on. Where's my Big Ant-Man? I actually like Big Ant-Man a lot more. It's so big. Small Ant-Man is just so small. Look at Big Ant-Man. Boom! Look at that thing. What are you guys? What are you guys' thoughts? Are you team big or why is it always? It's more likely small. Does anyone know the odds? Little Ant-Man. Korg, alright. It's got Darkhawk. Yeah, don't like that, no way. Let's do it like this. Uh-oh, Quinjet's scary. It's 50-50. It's either big or small. But did you guys see how many times it was small? And how many times it was big? That didn't seem like very balanced, honestly. It seemed like it was more times small than it was big. Which I guess does make sense since he is Ant-Man. I mean, Claw Onslaught, GG. I feel like that's a pretty good play. I mean, I don't know what he's playing, right? So, he could just, you know, have a weird situation. Got options, but I think this is the best one. Could also go Chiasmo. The Claw. Shang-Chi. Dino. Ooh, how cheeky is that? Is that cheeky? Could that be cheeky, guys? Could we be cheeky here with Omega Red? I think I like being cheeky with Omega Red here. Doom. You're just a bad Omega Red.
Victory.
You versus the guy she told you not to worry about. Look at this Omega chat against Dr. Doom trying to be Omega Red, bro. Look at that. He thought he had it. Hey, the cheeky play was actually kind of working there. We actually would have lost if we went for Onslaught. Omega Red was actually the correct play. Could you believe that? Even Spectrum is not enough there. Even Spectrum was not enough there. Dr. Doom, the Virgin, versus Omega Chad. Oh, that's so funny. Should I make that the thumbnail? Is like Omega, like Virgin Dr. Doom versus Omega Chad? That would be kind of funny. Well, I like the clickbaity thumbnails that I do right now. Cards with no abilities. Alright, sure. Claw on the left seems pretty good here. I guess we just Captain America on the right then. Ooh. Interesting. I like Captain America here though. Claw Spectrum seems like a pretty solid play here as well.
Avengers!
Assembled. Assembled. Okay, 4. Let's do it like this. Uh-oh. Well, let me show you the claw, baby. Let me show you the power of the claw. I don't think he knows the power of the claw yet. I think the power of the claw is going to be magnificent. I find it kind of sad that Khazar, in like the early like pool 1, is like the ultimate beast. Oh snap. Alright, he's gonna leave here. If this guy doesn't leave, I don't know what he's doing. If this guy does not leave, I'll be worried for his mental health. I guess he can't even Enchantress, right? We have initiative, so even if he does Enchantress, our boosts are still pretty good. My guy, you gotta leave here. Khazar, like, in later ranks, he's just like Killmonger or dead. Cha-ching. Hit monkey. Monkey. Hood monkey. Ant monkey. Monkey. Damn, that's a pretty good. This guy thought he had it there. This guy genuinely thought he had it, huh? He genuinely had the idea that he was having it, but he did not. He had nothing.